what's something that you really do like about your job?
What I really like about my job, it's like I said, the basic thing is, I get to help people. Is ultimately the number one reason why I started doing this job. I enjoy getting dirty, like fighting fire. Might seem kind of dangerous to some people, but the adrenaline rush and all that sort of stuff is something that I really enjoy. The technical aspect, we do a lot of rope work, like high angle, low angle type rescue stuff. I enjoy being able to do complicated systems and like at a professional level. So I really enjoy the challenge. The challenge of mastering all these different fields. Even though it's under the firefighter umbrella, there's so many different fields that I can be successful at and kind of push myself to be better. That it always just comes back to I really enjoy helping people. Going out to seeing kids in the school and teaching them about fire safety from 5-year-olds to high school age. It's neat having a positive effect on someone's life.
What's your least favorite thing about it?
Least favorite thing is the lack of sleep. Easy. Like we have a pretty, our schedule is, we work 1 day on and we have 2 days off. So it kind of sounds like a pretty good schedule, but, we work an average of a 54-hour work week. So 54 hours is a pretty long time, so that means we're at the firehouse for 24 hours at a time. And, when the bells go off in the middle of the night, it's very loud, and, it's definitely my least favorite thing.
Oh, does that happen a lot? Getting like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I work at a Station 71 here at City Hall, and it's a pretty busy firehouse. So we're easily guaranteed to be up 2 or 3 times a night. So most of the time, there's periods where we can be awake for 24 hours and we're working. But most of the time I might get maybe 3 or 4 hours sleep in a 24-hour period. So.
What's the most gratifying experience?
Gratifying experience? I don't know, like the big stuff, like when you save someone's life, being involved in like cardiac arrest calls, where being able to bring people back, from that, rescue children, cut people out of cars, helping doing that. Like that big stuff is, it's kind of so big that it's kind of almost hard to grasp. Like, I've saved that person's life, I've done something like that. So you don't really walk away like you feel good, but in those big events, it's definitely a team. So it's not like I did it. I work within a unit of a team. So as a team, we kind of we look at each other and say, kind of good job. It's kind of unspoken. You feel good about it. But kind of the gratifying thing that the little stuff is like going to see the public and talking to kids and kind of educating people so they don't get into those situations. That's the ultimate goal of us is to not have to cut someone out of a car, is to not have to pull someone out of a fight. If we can reach someone at some level before it gets to that, that's going to make me feel good because I'm kind of educating them and helping them to be more successful in their life.
So have you ever saved someone's life?
Not as a firefighter. I've kind of been a part of some water rescue situations, but not specifically like kind of up front, saving someone's life. But before I was a firefighter, I lived in Australia, and I was a lifeguard in Australia, and I saved she was like a 2-year-old girl from drowning one time. So
what steps?
So that was kind of the beginnings of me becoming a firefighter, because training in like any life safety or emergency medical stuff, they teach you a lot of steps, kind of recognize dangers, this and that. You kind of always have like a set algorithm that you need to follow. So in saving that little girl, I was watching the situation, and then it's always being alert and recognizing the potential for danger and that. So I kind of saw something was happening, watched it more closely, and then this little girl did fall into the pool, and no one noticed her. So I quickly ran over there. I was able to reach her without having to deploy anything or endanger myself. I was simply able to reach in and grab her out of the water, and in something like that, open the airway to see if she's still breathing. And in that situation, I was very lucky. Because I'd watched the situation, she was only underwater for a little bit, so I was able to hold her in my arms, open her airway, and kind of tilt her head, and she started coughing up all the water, and she started breathing spontaneously. So So that's pretty good. So, but in a drowning, and in most things, ABCs, like the airways, breathing, circulation. So that's a step. Check the airway, you check the breathing, and then you'll check circulation. And then if nothing's going on from there, that's when you'll, call 911 and, start CPR or something like that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's really helpful.
All
Thank
right,
you.
perfect. You're very welcome.